Okay, now the very last thing is, see how I have 2 times this? So my y values are going to be multiplied by 2. So this value, this was at 2. Now this is going to be at 4. This was at 1. Now it's going to be at 2. So what that means is this is going to stay 0, 0, or this is going to stay 0 for your y. This value was at 2. Now this value is going to be, boop, up 4. And it's going to look like this. So what does y equal 2 log base 2 negative x minus 3 look like? Going step by step, and you might want to rewind this video again. It's going to look like this. This is kind of a messed up drawing, but you get the picture of how this was created. Just like that. With a vertical asymptote of x equals 3, negative 3. X equals negative 3. Okay. All right. Now let's try another one. I'm going to give you the very last one to do. Now, with this one, I'm going to draw the graph. And this is the one that I have you guys do, where I say, you try this. Y equals 4 log base 2 x plus 6 and then minus 7. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write the parent function of it. What's the parent function? The parent function is log x of base 2. I want you to try and graph this parent function and then pause the video, see if you can do the parent function all the way to y equals 4 times log base 2 x plus 6 minus 7. See if you can go all this from here to here. All right, pause the video, please try it. Okay, so now you should have paused the video. Let's see how far you got. These are the steps that I'm going to do. I'm going to graph y equals log 6, and then, log x of base 2, not log 6. And then I'm going to graph the second one. I'm just going to go step by step. Log, I'm going to replace x with x plus 6, which is a translation of 6 units to the left. And then, let me use a different color for each. I'm going to graph y equals 4 times the new y value of log base 2, x plus 6. And then I am going to shift the whole graph down 7. Y equals 4 times log base 2, x plus 6, and then minus 7. Okay, so let me get a pencil, just so I have different colors for everything. And I'm going to graph this right now. Let's say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, negative 2, negative 4, negative 6, negative 8, negative 10. I've never graphed this before, so I don't know how far I'm going to need to go. I'm just assuming this will work. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, negative 2, negative 4, negative 6, negative 8, negative 10. All right, let's see how this works in terms of my graph. First off, if I graph log 2 of log x of base 2, I'm going to rewrite this in exponential form first. So I'm going to say 2 to the y equals x, but I'm just going to use a couple. I'm just going to use my y-intercept. I'm sorry, my x-intercept. If I plug a 0 into my y, my x is going to be 1. Notice how your x-intercept is usually always 1. And then I'm going to plug a 1 into my y. If I plug a 1 into my y, 2 to the first is 2. So if I plug a 1 into my y, I'm going to get 2 for my x. So 2 and 1. Now, if I plug a 2 into my y, 2 squared is 4. This gave me a coordinate of 4 and 2. So I'm just going to kind of guesstimate what this is going to look like. I don't know, let's just say something like that. Okay, there's my first graph. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to apply this translation. Now if you remember this translation, it just moves every space over 6 to the left. So this becomes, this was 1, 0. This becomes 1, so 1, this becomes negative 5, 0, right here. This was 2 and 1, so this is going to move over, and it's going to continue to move. That means this vertical asymptote moves over 6 units because this is 0. Boom. So this right here is now, let me get my pencil out. Now this vertical asymptote is right here, which is x equals negative 6 line. This pencil is not the best. The reason why is because if it asks you for your domain, if it was just for this, it would be x equals anything greater than x equals negative 6. All right, so here's, if I want to find my y value, plug a 0 into your x and do the math. But I'm just going to, let's just assume it looks like this. I don't know if my y value is in between there, but I'm just showing you the basics of graphing. I guess if we wanted to find my y value, plug a 0 in for your x, we could technically do that. So if this is 0, 0 plus 6 is 6. 2 raised to what power gives you 6? It's going to be 2 point something. Yeah, that's about right, something like that. All right, that's this. Now, here's my points right here. This point is... oh, let's just do this. If I do 4 times this value right here, 4 times this, let's do 4 times this because this is at 1 on my y. This point is going to be 4 times this y value because y equals 4 times the x. So 4 times, it's going to bring it up here. This was at 1 on my y, and now I'm going to multiply it by 4. This was at 2 on my y, now I'm going to multiply by 8. So now, and these values are going to stay. And it's going to look something like this. All right. So this is no longer working so far. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I wanted to do my green. That's why I did it in different colors. Sorry, guys. There's my green. Now, -7. This whole thing slides down 7 units. So this is at 8. This is going to be, and this is my black line right here. This is at 8. It's going to slide down 7. Boop, right here. This is at 4. It's going to slide down to -3. Boop. This is at 0. On my y, it's going to slide down to -7. Boop. And this, more or less, this would come up. I don't know exactly where on my y, but more or less, this is my graph for this.